This is Ohio Harness Update, a look at harness racing across the Buckeye State. Ohio Harness Update is brought to you by Matt Franklin, Wealth Advisor at Wire to Wire Wealth.
Hello, I'm Ashley Daly.
And I'm Cheyenne Chrisman.
In this edition of Ohio Harness Update, we wrapped up 2022 at the annual Ohio Harness Horsemen's Award Banquet.
And we had milestones hit across the state.
The OHHA's annual banquet was held January 14th at Hilton Polaris in Columbus. The top equine athletes of 2022 were honored, while a variety of other awards were presented. Bythemissal was the big winner as he was named Horse of the Year. The 3-year-old Pacer of the Year in Ohio hit the board in all 16 starts, winning 13, finishing second twice and third one time. He earned $1,165,925. The world champion and the Little Brown Jug champion is trained by Ron Burke and driven by Chris Page. Bythemissal was owned by Burke Racing Stable, Eric Good, Rich Lombardo Racing, and Weaver Buscemi.
You know, when I drove them, I was driving them in a non-winners of 2 event. So to win from non-winners of 2 to win the Adios, the Carl Milstein, to the Little Brown Jug, to the Monument Circle, and to be competitive in the Breeders' Crown, literally just a dream come true.
The other finalists were Charlie May and Pebble Beach.
There were 2 Triple Crown winners in 2022. 2-year-old Trotting Filly of the Year, Rose Run Yolanda, was one of the winners. The Daughter of Triumph and Caviar won the Ohio Fair Stakes, the Ohio Breeders' Championship, and the Ohio Sire Stakes Final to claim the Triple Crown. Owned by Greg Luther Racing, Rose Run Yolanda won 6 of 7 races and finished second in her other start. She earned $290,528 in 2022.
She was just dominant the whole year and really held it together for us and gave us a lot of confidence, you know. I mean, she did such an awesome job, and she was a professional about her work for sure.
So, Todd, Triple Crown, what did that mean to you as a trainer?
It was pretty exciting. You know, you always see people doing it and they get the awards, and for something to happen like that, it was pretty special.
The other Triple Crown went to Gabby's C-Note. The 3-year-old Trotting Filly of the Year defended her divisional crown in 2022. Also a daughter of Triumph and Caviar, Gabby C-Note won 10 of 17 races and earned $386,788. She's trained by Chris Beaver and owned by Beaver, Joanna Beaver, and Steve Z. Handler.
Yeah, she missed it by about a half a length last year as a 2-year-old, but she's just been a consistent horse. You know, she always puts in a good race. She tries.
The other 2-year-old award winners were 2-year-old Colt Pacer racing Rampage, 2-year-old Trotting Colt Rumble Strips, and 2-year-old Pacing Filly MCSEASIDE. Racing Rampage, the son of Racing Hill, hit the board in all 8 starts, winning 5, finishing second one time, and third twice, earning $227,797. He is owned by Darren Dowler and Lawrence Bettler. Dowler also trains Racing Rampage.
Totally a surprise. We thought we had a nice horse that we could maybe race at fairs and do well with, but his first win out at Northfield was the most surprising moment of my life. I just couldn't believe. I couldn't believe what he had, and he demonstrated that for the whole racing year. He was always on top of his game.
World champion Rumble Strips set the mark at the Delaware County Fairgrounds on the way to being named the top 2-year-old trotting colt. A winner of 4 races and 9 starts, Rumble Strips earned $276,135. He is owned by Constance Paulhamus and Mary Beth Walters. Mike Paulhamus trained Rumble Strips.
In May, I had told Kane this colt was going to make him famous. We were going to tear up more race bikes in the post parade than ever, or we're going to set world records. And it turned out the good part.
MCSEASIDE, the 2-year-old Pacing Filly of the Year, is the daughter of Down by the Seaside. She started in 10 races, won 3, finished second 3 times, and third 3 times. Owned by Burke Racing Stable, BC LLC, J&T Silva Stables, and Knox Services, MCSEASIDE earned $295,614 in 2022.
Like the old saying, she come in like a lamb and finished like a lion. A little bit of bad luck early on, but that never deterred her. You know, I mean, it was never her. It was just bad post draw after bad post draw, conservative drive after conservative drive. I was pretty bashful with her early, not to hurt her, kind of protecting her. trying to do the right thing by her so she was going to be sharp when they had all the zeros behind the purse.
The other 3-year-old award winners were Longshot, the 3-year-old trotting colt of the year, and Sea Silk, the 3-year-old pacing filly of the year. Longshot, the son of Long Tom, won 9 of 16 races last year on the way to earning $306,974. Longshot is trained by Scott Cox and owned by Wayne Mass Jr. and Callum Racing.
Just an unbelievable feeling. The whole season was a dream come true. And being Trotter of the Year, just, there's no words to describe it. Just, I don't even think we ever dreamt it that high. I got to be honest with you, I think I've watched every replay about 100 times, and there's no way I could pinpoint one. We just watched the horse develop every race, and every race we wondered, how good is he going to be next week? And, he never disappointed.
Sea Silk repeated as the divisional winner in the 3-year-old filly pacing division. Owned by Burke Racing Stable, Weaver Buscemi, Knox Services, and Hatfield Stables, Sea Silk won 8 of 14 races, finished second twice, and added 1 third-place finish. She earned $477,062 last year. Chris Page was in the bike for 7 of her 8 wins.
Yeah, she's been tough her whole career, There's been times where she didn't want to pace in the pros parade, just due to soreness or something nagging her, but you turn and go to the gate, and she overcomes it. Good horses overcome a little bit of ailments, post-draw, and she's done that her 2- and 3-year-old year.
The top age race horses in the state last year were Charlie May and Smoking Jet. Charlie May, the 2- and 3-year-old colt pacer of the year in Ohio, continued his dominance as he was named Age Pacer of the Year. Charlie May hit the board in 12 of 18 races, winning 7. He earned $350,000 last year, and his lifetime earnings now top $1.5 million.
He's going to continue to carry the flag for Ohio breds, and we've got a lot of open events. He's healthy. He's going to be a good 5-year-old, so we're excited. There's more to come.
Smoking Jet found new life in the Burke Racing Stable. A winner of 8 races in his first 3 years, Smoking Jet doubled his lifetime win total last year with 16 wins and set a new world record. Owned by Burke Racing Stable, Weaver Buscemi, and Chris Page, he earned $245,685 in 2022.
The horse tried, which Ronnie's barns thrived in. A horse that tries, he didn't sulk, and just new blood, kind of thing. And when we purchased the horse off a longtime horseman, Rick Hartman, the horse was hung up properly. That stuff was already out of the way. Just maybe a change, and that change was given when Ronnie Burke got him.
A number of awards were presented at the banquet. Chris Page and Ron Burke were awarded the Jerry Kaltenbach Memorial Awards. The Kaltenbach trophies were established in 1988 and presented annually to driver and trainer who have earned the most dollars competing in the Ohio Sire Stakes event that year. It was his 7th time in 9 years that Page has won the award, while Burke has collected the trophy for the 5th straight year.
The OHHA Outstanding Groom of the Year is Judy Ludlam. Ludlam of Northfield, Ohio works for trainer Kelly O'Donnell.
After my dad's horse won at the Meadows when I was about 9 years old, we went to the winner's circle, and I knew I had the fever for the horse, for the animal. When you work all week on them and to make them healthy and not lame, and they win, your heart is just so proud of your accomplishment for them because they are like children.
The Terry Holden Youth Award is presented to a youth between ages 13 and 19 who has actively participated in harness racing during 2022 as a driver, trainer, groom, or other position. This year's recipient is Jacob Baird, who is a third-generation horseman.
It means a lot. I didn't know him, but it's very honoring, and I'm very privileged to win this award. I'm very thankful for it.
Jacob, you've been in all aspects of the industry. We've got caretaker, owner, driver, training just a little bit. What's your favorite part?
Every part, really. It doesn't matter to me what I do as long as I'm with the horses. Eventually, I'll be happy.
The Maynard and Stella HAGEMEYER Significant Contribution Award is given to an individual that has made a significant lifelong contribution to Ohio harness racing. The 2022 recipient is Scott HAGEMEYER. HAGEMEYER is the owner and manager of HAGEMEYER Farms. He has been a member of the OHHA Board of Directors since 2015 and has served on several board committees.
To no surprise, my grandparents are two of the most important people in my entire life. So I was very honored that the OHHA established this award several years ago, and I've always been very honored to present the award. Very shocked that I was chosen as a recipient this year, but it means absolutely the world to me.
The Dick Brandt Senior Extra Effort Award was presented to the Mercer County Harness Horsemen's Association. The award is given to a local Horsemen's Association and matinee club that has made a commitment to county fair racing. Mercer County conducts 2 days of racing during the fair and hosts an annual spring matinee.
The top driver and trainer of the Ohio Fair Circuit were honored at the banquet. Rosy Weaver was the top trainer with 53 wins.
Well, I feel really equal out there. All the guys treat me very well. First couple years, I think I might have needed to earn a little respect, but I don't think it was because I was a girl. I think it was because I was pretty green in the business. And people like John Koneski and Chucky Taylor and, people that have had a ton of success and always had a good name in our business, once they start looking at you like you know what you're doing, that really meant a lot to me.
Gillespie earned the driving title by winning 118 fair races.
I said I decided to challenge myself, and I know it takes something to win 100 wins, because everybody is tough at the fairs, and I challenged myself, and it worked out for me.
The Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association handed out a number of special awards. Dr. John Ellis was honored with a Special Service to Harness Racing Award, which is given to an individual that has made a significant, lifelong contribution to Ohio harness racing. Trainer Virgil Morgan Jr. was honored for his work with the Breeders' Crown champion, Grace Hill. The 4-year-old mare won the Breeders' Crown final, giving Morgan his second Breeders' Crown title. Joe SBROCCO, the co-owner of Dan Patch 3-year-old Pacing Colt of the Year, Pebble Beach, also received a special award. SBROCCO is part of 13 ownership groups, including Pebble Beach and Dan Patch 2-year-old Colt Trotter of the Year, Volume 8.
And the only horse that kind of beat him was in Kentucky. I Did It My Way, who beat him 4 times, which is my own horse that I bred, and that was kind of a thrill too. So,
the ownership groups of top 3-year-old pacers in North America were also honored. The connections of Ohio Horse of the Year, Bythemissal, and 3-year-old Dan Patch Horse of the Year, Pebble Beach, also received special awards from the OHHA. When we return, the Ohio chapter of the United States Harness Writers Association present their annual awards at the banquet, and we take a look at milestones on Ohio's racetracks.
With over 30 years of experience in wealth planning and a lifetime of involvement in harness racing, Matt Franklin at Wire to Wire Wealth can help you build a financial plan that addresses the unique circumstances of those involved in the horse racing industry. Whether you are investing to build wealth, protect your family, or preserve your assets, Matt at Wire to Wire Wealth will work with you through the wealth planning process from start to finish.
The Ohio chapter of the United States Harness Writers Association also presented their annual awards at the banquet. The Peter Houghton Memorial Award is presented to a young Ohioan who is an up-and-coming star among harness horsemen. The 2022 award was presented to Austin Hanners. Hanners won 98 races last year and earned over $1.4 million. Austin, let's talk about your late father, Brad. He received this award a few years ago, and this was a goal of yours.
Yeah, something that I would like to, it was fun to try to do, something he did, a very respected person, not only to me, but in this industry, and it was just fun to, finally get that done.
What does it mean to you to finally receive this honor?
It's pretty nice, to be in the same category as him, and, that's pretty special to me, so.
The Rambling Willie Award was presented to Doug Ballinger. The award is presented to the Ohioan who has done the most for harness racing for more than 2 decades. Ballinger has been a track announcer for over 50 years and holds the distinction of being the first unofficial graduate of Roger Houston's School of Announcing.
Yeah, I went to the Urbana Fair, Champaign County Fair, to groom a horse by the name of Catfish. And the announcer that night, the excitement he put in his race calls just gave me chills. It was a voice like no other. It was Roger Houston.
The Winner's Circle Award for 2022 was presented to Down by the Seaside. The award is given for outstanding achievements and accomplishments in the past year. The 9-year-old stallion and his offspring have taken Ohio by storm. He is the sire of Bythemissal, Ohio Horse of the Year, Pebble Beach, Dan Patch 3-year-old Pacing Colt of the Year, and Sea Silk, the Jugette runner-up and Ohio 3-year-old Pacing Filly of the Year.
There were 3 inductions into the Hall of Fame. Yankee Cruiser was inducted into the Standardbred Hall of Fame. Bred by Yankee Land Farm, the son of Artscape won 14 races on the track, including the 2003 North American Cup. As a stallion, Yankee Cruiser produced Triple Millionaire Sweet Lou, fellow Ohio Hall of Famer, Dancing Yankee, and Jugette champion Darina Hanover. Jeff Cox was enshrined into the Immortal Hall of Fame. A respected trainer for more than 45 years at Northfield Park, Cox was known for his honesty, integrity, and knowledge. He conditioned 8 Ohio Cider Stakes champions, including 3-time champ Crisp Sabra. Jeff passed away unexpectedly in 2021 at the age of 66.
This year's inductee into the Ohio Harness Hall of Fame is Don Irvine Jr. Irvine dominated Northfield Park in the 70s and 80s. Irvine has won over 7,600 races and earned over $39 million. Irvine becomes the 49th member of the Ohio Harness Hall of Fame. Don, you've been in this business for a long time. What do you think is your greatest accomplishment that's got you here today?
I think it's the ability to train horses and also drive them. But also, my biggest one was I trained 3 full brothers. I raced all of them in a little brown jug. I broke them, trained them, and drove them all. And every one of them made the final heat. They didn't win, but they were second and third.
The 2022 season wrapped up with driving titles being awarded at MGM Northfield Park and Hollywood Dayton Raceway. At Northfield Park, Aaron Merriman won his 6th straight driving title. Merriman piloted 569 winners around the flying turns. The top trainer was Corey Kreiser, who won 247 races to take the title. At Hollywood at Dayton, Jeremy Smith claimed the driving title as he won 149 races. The training title went to Jason Brewer, who finished the Dayton meet with 45 wins.
On the track, there were a number of milestones. James Day picked up his first driving win of his career on the first day of the 2023 meet at Northfield Park in the first race of the new year.
Power as they come to the top of the stretch. Mancino turns with the lead, up by 2.5. Rivers Crest is all out in second, but it is Mancino to win it by about 4 in the end. Rivers Crest was second. Feynman Power was third.
Mitchell Cushing collected the 1,000th win of his career. Cushing drove Ashley Locaz to victory at Miami Valley for the milestone win.
On the training side, Mario Wilson picked up his first training victory on January 8th with Bluebird Cami.
Do you want to build a snowman is at the inside, waving the white flag. They turn for home. Bluebird Cami is a 1.25 length leader. It's Mock Me At You is coming on the outside. It's Mock Me As You. Bluebird Cami needs the line. Bluebird Cami upsets.
Billy Rhodes, who began his training in 2004, picked up his 1,000th training win when Buckeye Boy crossed the line at Northfield Park.
Come and get him with Vintage Grand on the outside. Buckeye Boy is a 2-length leader turning for home. Vintage Grand is coming on the outside. Buckeye Boy with the lead. Here it is. Trader Billy Rhodes, happy birthday. Win number 1,000 for Billy Rhodes.
Southwind Amazon eclipsed 2 milestones when he was a winner at Northfield Park on January 23rd. The 13-year-old won for the 124th time to move into the 4th spot all-time for wins. With the win, Southwind Amazon passed the $1.4 million mark in earnings.
It is 4th, 5th, and gaining on the outside is Music is Art. Southwind Amazon turns for home with the lead, up by 1.25 lengths. Here comes Almanac up the inside. Southwind Amazon needs the line. Southwind Amazon, win number 124 for the Old Warhorse.
This month, we honor our Grooms of the Month. Dustin Blackburn from Willington, Ohio, has been involved in harness racing for 5 years. He got into the business from his mother and has been in love ever since. Dustin is a hard worker who doesn't miss a day and is always on time. Vicki Crawford has come a long way, learning all aspects of grooming racehorses from the ground up. Located at Washington Courthouse, Ohio, Vicki has been in the business for 10 years and has loved every second of it. She's very easygoing and always has a smile on her face.
And finally, the staff of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association sends its condolences to the family and friends of horsemen who have recently passed away. That'll wrap up this edition of the Ohio Harness Update.
The 2023 Stallion Directory is online at our website at ohha.com. If you would like to receive all our publications, become a member of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association. You'll find all the information about joining on our website.
We hope to see you at a track in 2023.
This has been Ohio Harness Update. Ohio Harness Update is brought to you by Matt Franklin, Wealth Advisor at Wire to Wire Wealth. This has been a production of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association.